Had to try to beat them.
Here we go.
So the Lakers win the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ingram. Silk is out there with D'Angelo Russell. Then there's the captain, and it's the Prophet in at the 5 spot.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy 2.
Redick passes to Paul. And he converts the layup.
CP3 is not afraid to go up against the bigger guys inside. He continuously finds some space, somehow, some way.
Here's Silk. He kicks it to Russell. Shot off the screen, and it's off the back rim. No good. Los Angeles on D. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And I think they could hold their heads high from that performance, despite the final score being what it was.
Oh, sure, they did a ton of things right, and they can definitely look at those as they move forward to try to avenge that loss.
So it's the Lakers now. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
On defense, the Lakers. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. To the wing right side. Here's Spates. An 11-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Kept alive. Redick. Can't get it to fall. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Here's Cobb. And it's Spates with the rebound.
See, when you're going into the teeth of the defense, you have to go harder. Soft lay-in won't cut it.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. 13 feet away. A second chance effort and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
6 feet tall, 175 pounds. Chris Paul plays way bigger than those numbers.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loop shots.
And he makes the first. And Chris Paul has been in the league long enough now for many fans never to get to see just how he was when he was a younger player. Steve, in a word, he was scary with his athleticism.
Yeah, Chris Paul has done a nice job of being able to play at a high level. And yes, he's getting older. He's had some injuries. But he's one of those guys, yes, you would love to have your athletic ability, but he can still be a top of the game with his smarts and his ball handling, the way he plays. So he doesn't have to be a high flyer to affect the game. That's Chris Paul.
Now, here is Russell. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Now the pass to the Prophet. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
It just chalked that one up to a little miscommunication. I'm sure they'll get on the same page.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Paul. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Pass to Griffin. Another shot. Count that one. Griffin's got his second basket of the game.
The mid-range jumper has become a routine part of Blake Griffin's game.
Now, here is Russell. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. Cans it from downtown.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
On the defensive end, you have to fight through screen. That is a commitment.
Now here's Spates. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Griffin inside, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Well, Griffin, Steve, might be the most well-known of players in the NBA just because of how marketable he is. You see him a ton in commercials, and he really is one of the biggest faces in the league.
Well, he's one of those guys. You see him in a lot of guest spot appearances on comedy shows, and he's fit right in. A playful guy. And also, when you can have the jumping ability that Blake Griffin has, a lot of people want to market you.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know what? He has insane athleticism, Blake Griffin, but you see the reason why he's become a franchise player. He's added the mid-range game, and he can pass it.
Griffin hits them both.
Blake Griffin, a terrific player, but the first thing you think about with Blake Griffin is flying high and dunking the basketball, a highlight reel.
Now, here is Russell, and that one's good. Ingram.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block. Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
He may be ready to throw down the gauntlet in this game, just attacking the basket early on.
Here is Russell, looking for his first basket still in this one. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Now, Steve, as you said, there are other great dunkers in the league, but for in-game dunks, Blake Griffin is just one of the best. He's on that short list of feared players.
Yes, he has the body and size to take the bump, and you know he can go over people, but a lot of times he likes to go through you. He sheds off contact and still gets several feet above the rim.
No good. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Russell passes to the Prophet. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. The Clippers in the lead. Johnson kicks to Spates. Lets it fly. Out of hand on it. Tries to save it.
I know he's talented, but when you're completely surrounded inside, you have to try and kick it out to someone who's open.
Johnson at
Goodness.
Terrific.
Wow. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the game.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And it's tied up with that one. And with the Clippers having perhaps their best team ever these last few seasons, is it just bad luck, Steve, that they haven't been able to move on and do more with their season?
Yes, there's some truth to that. When you start talking about a team with all this talent, it just really comes down to this team competes. They have stars. It just comes down for them. Some unlucky breaks for them, especially on the injury side.
And the Lakers with possession here. After J.J. Redick's miss. Good.
And the passing of Ingram, setting up his teammates and distributing the ball, effortless.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Shoots from 12. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Lakers have gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pace to their offense. Paul against Russell. To the inside. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Castle's shot's good.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Los Angeles calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Clippers trail by 4. Paul outside, kicks to Spates. Crawford outside. Griffin sets the screen for Crawford. And the wide open shot from Paul. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Lakers have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Here's Hassel. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Smitty, great to have you in the booth here, a former NBA All-Star, NBA champion. Dreams certainly do come true. Was working in the announcing booth one of your dreams, you think, growing up? Did that ever enter your mind?
You know what,
Just
Kevin?
be honest about this now.
I'm going to be very honest.
All right.
Not at all. Obviously, to be an NBA basketball player. Then after that, I thought maybe a GM role, coaching. But I'm loving this right now, being right here with you, my friend.
We love to have you as well. Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Brandon Bass is checked in for Spates. Felton comes in for Johnson. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. And the second free throw, good. And the Clippers have possession. It's a 5-point game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
You know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Their mindset was really to get to the stripe, and they accomplished just that.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Griffin. Basket, good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
Clippers shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Now here's Rivers. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Felton inside the three-point line, off the left rim and out.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Passes it to Ohio. Pass to Hassel. 6 on the shot clock. Griffin grabs the board. Clippers trail by 7. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Rivers with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Bass with a screen for Felton. They need this one. Again, the miss by Felton.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
Here's Hassel. 9 points last game. Here's Redding. He's guarded by Bass. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The pass to Hassel. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Shot by Collins, no good. Now here's Rivers. Defense is right there. Ohio, he's guarded by Rivers. Feeds it to Collins. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Clippers trail by 10. Los Angeles calls timeout. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Clippers.
And not a lot of attempts from beyond the break. Those deeper three-pointers can be a little outside of some players' range, but they've got guys who can make that shot. I think that's just an outlier so far.
Picked by Griffin. And here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And the shot goes in.
That is nearly an impossible shot to block the floater. Austin Rivers has added that to his game.
Here's Redding. Here's Hassel. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. He drains it from the right block. The captain's got 5.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
Reason why, they are pounding them down low. They have a big lead because of the post play.
Outside, Felton. Picked by Griffin. 5 on the clock from 12 feet out. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. He's got 10.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
A minute 42 left in the first. Ohio, he's guarded by Rivers. There's the dish to Collins. They get it back. Hassel. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
And who needs to warm up? They didn't.
The Lakers have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight. We've got 1:28 left in the first quarter. Rivers kicks to Crawford. Left side, Griffin. Now here's Bass. He's tightly guarded. Lakers leading by 11. Here's Collins.
That's his first personal foul.
Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. And he ends up missing both free throws.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Felton dishes to Griffin. Inside. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Griffin. Rivers has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Clippers. Now the feed to Collins. Pass to Ohio. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And oh, here we go. Felton's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Rivers, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Rivers has got 6.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Lakers have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night. The first one falls.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
The Lakers making a switch here. Mayo's checked in. Both good from the line that time. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. In the corner, it's Crawford. Back to Felton. Left side, Griffin. Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 12 points for him.
Nice play by Griffin. He is starting to catch fire.
From outside the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Already seizing control of this game.
And doing it in all areas. They came out of the locker room knowing exactly what they needed to do.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
What heart and desire thus far. Really incredible nose for the ball so far in this one.
Veteran backcourt with CP3 and Redick at the 1 and the 2. Maurice Spates out there with Brandon Bass. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Russell passes to Mayo. Redick with the rebound.
Not the best shot right there with a good defender draped all over you.
No, not at all. When you see him guarding you, just try to move the basketball on.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Chris Paul is still in search of his first NBA title. He said he used to think about it as a personal goal. But then he said at some point it clicked and became, we're going to do this. I think all of us are at that point. It's clear he's invested in this team. He said there's no question this is where I want to be. I want to win. Here. Kevin?
All right, thanks, D.A. He's got talent around him for sure. Ingram kicks to Russell. That one goes in. Russell's got the lead up to 12 now for the Lakers.
Doc Rivers is one of the best in the business. His strength as a coach is first, he has a great job relating with the players. X's and O's, he is superb. And I think for him is he does a good job of being able to call plays on the fly.
Now here's Johnson. Bass with a screen for Johnson. Redick inside the line. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
Redick is just the ultimate professional. Even when it looks like a tough bucket, he makes it look too easy.
The Prophet passes to Ingram. It's rebounded by Bass. The adjustments of Doc Rivers, Smitty, you talked about, are what stand out to me. He'll switch who initiates the offense if he feels there is a mismatch to be taken advantage of in a heartbeat.
I think he has a great feel for the game, and he can see plays develop and also on the fly change up the offense, change up the defense, and at the timeouts, he's one of the best in the business.
And the fans all love Maurice Spates. He added a three-pointer, Steve, to his game over the past few years. He is now one of the better stretch fours because of it.
And that's hard work. People call him Mo Buckets. Maurice Spates loves taking the three. He lights up, and you know what? His teammates, you can tell when he's taking that shot, they're looking for it to go in.
And motivation is such a key component for being a successful coach. Steve, how hard is it, you think, for a coach to consistently connect with his team over the course of the season and a lot of times deliver the same message over and over again?
It's hard. You got to be creative. And I think also you got to build the right culture where guys buy in. But they have to buy into what you're selling. You got to be true to who you are, great character and great trust. And also you can't waver. When the coaches start wavering, players start to see that and feel that.
They know it, don't they?
And it goes south.
They smell blood. They know that a coach is not standing on a solid foundation.
Right.
The open shot, Paul, up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here is Russell. He has 5. He used that pick to get in close. And that's now 9 points for Brandon Ingram.
And this team is ahead largely because of his accuracy from the floor tonight.
Redick against Mayo. That shot off. Lakers leading by 8. Russell with a wide open look. And another 3 for the Lakers.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Silks checked in for O.J. Mayo.
Looking here at some numbers for Silk. how last month turned out for him. He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Now here's Redick. He's coming off a 16-point game against Orlando. He feeds it to Bass. Back to Redick. Johnson the screen, and Redick kicks to Paul. Lock at 6. They grab their own miss. No good from Spates.
And barely anyone in the area, and still he whiffs on the bunny.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the bucket by the Lakers. Got a piece of it. Passes to the Prophet. Dishes to Russell. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
I am wondering what can he do to get it cranked up. Nothing from long range this quarter after hitting 1 in the first.
Now here's Bass. He had 13 points in the win against Orlando.
He really made a concerted effort to help in the rebounding department. He made his presence felt on the boards.
To the inside. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Los Angeles making a switch here. The Lakers have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Clippers trail by 16. Paul outside. He dishes it to Redick. He kicks to Spates. Down low. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. To halt the run. Basket good. And it's 6 points for Chris Paul.
The defense respects the shooting ability of CP3, but even when they contest it, he can knock it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. The Clippers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. To the middle, Ingram with the steal. Here's Redding. Takes the 13-footer, and there's a foul. It's on Maurice Spates. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
One shot.
Steve is a player who spent so many years in the league. Were career milestones such as 10,000 points or 500 games played a big deal to a player at all, those individual milestone numbers?
No, not those type of numbers, Kevin. I think more importantly, the number of years you played. And I think for a lot of guys, how many wins you have. I think those are the numbers you really
All-star
look at.
appearances?
Sometimes all-star, yeah.
And certainly championships.
Championships for sure.
Yeah. And you've got one.
And you've got one and one.
Steve, something that we saw a bit last season was retired players criticizing how watered down the NBA has become. Mostly it was reference to what the Warriors were able to do in winning 73 games. What do you feel about that?
Hey, Kevin, I totally disagree. I mean, this league is at an all-time high. I never thought a team would get close to the Bulls' 72-win record. And it's the Golden State Warriors. Obviously, you got to be a little lucky, but that team came out and they wanted the record. They went after the record. I take my hat off to them. This is not a watered-down league right now.
Well, you've seen a lot of basketball. You've played it. You've watched it. You've broadcast it. Does the 73-win Golden State team rank as one of the best? The record would say yes. Does it rank for you as one of the best in regular season play? I mean, there may have been better teams, perhaps with more talent, but 73 wins has never been done before.
It's still 73 wins.
Yeah.
I think you got to put them right up there. There's some teams you can measure up. Will they beat this team in a 7-game series? Yes, no, different rules, but they have a special heart and a special place in NBA history.
Yes. And a moment here to look at where the shots have been coming from.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
And that one falls for Spates.
He's in attack mode, drawing contact now, getting to the line, something he didn't do at all in the first quarter.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Brandon Bass. And both free throws good for Spates. And here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-6 run. There's a good screen. Russell dishes to Ingram. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Redick's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson kicks to Paul. Here's Spates. The shot goes in, first of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
Russell, a screen on Paul. Silk passes to Russell. Down low, Cobb. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
Today's game really has been a showcase for his passing ability.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
For the Clippers, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Rivers in for Paul. The Clippers have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. The free throw drops for Redick.
When you see Chris Paul, you start to talk about a guy that's a throwback point guard, can score the basketball, but also can average double figures in assists. Career averages of 19 and 10.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different ball game down low when this fella is lurking around.
Now here's Rivers. He has 6. On the wing, Jamal Crawford. Off the pick. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And for Paul, with his numbers, he is a shoo-in for the Hall of Fame. And Steve, you have to wonder where he will land on the point guard list when it's all said and done.
You know, I think he'll be right there, maybe in the top 5, top 7 of all time. His defense sets him apart from a lot of these point guards. A great playmaker. The one thing you love about him is now he's adding that he can score the basketball. He does a little bit of everything. He'll be one of the best. Maybe not the best of all time.
Now here's Rivers. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The captain's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it to Collins. The pass to Ohio. Dolman. And the layup is good.
Gotta love how he didn't give up on the glass, and because of that effort, he comes up with the putback on the offensive rebound.
Now Crawford. 8 points his last outing. Takes the 13-footer. Crawford missing again.
Worked it inside. Normally an easy basket for him, but just a little out of rhythm on the release.
A quick shot there, and it's off target.
A shot he knows he needs to make when the defense sags off him. Still a little inconsistent from out there.
Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to Hassel. They set the pick. Here's Collins. Misses the 3.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Clippers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Raymond Felton, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And the free throw, no good. Lakers leading by 12. Feeds it to Collins. Pulls up on the elbow. That one a little long.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
And Griffin stays with it. Griffin's got 4 points in the quarter.
Sometimes superstars, they want the basketball, and when they don't have it, they don't work. Blake, he worked on that possession to get the putback.
To the paint. Here's Cobb, and it's sent back by Spates. Now, here's Felton. 8 points his last outing. Spates dishes to Griffin, and Griffin slams it in.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And here is Los Angeles now, out to the right wing. Here's Silk. He has 6. Castle's shot's good. The captain's got 10.
And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Rivers kicks to Felton. Spates the pass to Rivers. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
O.J. Mayo, he's checked in for Los Angeles. The Clippers have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw no good for Rivers.
I look at Austin Rivers, a guy who came to this league where you said he's a scorer, needed a basketball in his hand. But right now, he is a viable combo guard coming off the bench. Can run your team offensively at the point guard position, guard both positions, and he can still score.
Clippers trail by 11. Picked by Griffin. 1:02 left here in the second. Crawford. And the Clippers miss again. And for Rivers, Steve, you could argue that uncertainty hampered his growth early in his career. He seems much more at home and is playing with a lot more confidence. You can just see it on the floor.
Yeah, I think for him is the game is slowed down. And you talk about confidence. Yes, he's usually coming off the bench, but he has the confidence like a starter, and that's what you love about Austin Rivers.
Now here's Rivers. 8 points for him. Outside, Felton. Shot clock at 5. Griffin sets the screen for Felton. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Oh, an illegal screen there. One of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Lakers leading by 11. Inside. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. That's good from Mayo.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
The Clippers shooting in this game, 45%. Rivers with it. The dish to Griffin. From about 16, uses the glass that time, and it's good. Griffin's got 8 here in the quarter.
I love that shot. He can make that consistently. Keep going to him. Keep feeding Blake Griffin.
And that concludes the first half. Los Angeles on top, up by 12.
Shaq?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
I thought they were definitely outworked on the defensive end. They showed a lack of hustle, a lack of physicality. They weren't staying in front of their guys or putting bodies on people. It's critical that they improve their defensive effort in the second half.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. The Prophet is out there with the captain. Then it's Silk. Then it's Russell. And it's Ingram in at the 3. Paul kicks to Griffin. Rebounded by Hassel. The Captains got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. The rebound by Johnson. Clippers trail by 12. There's the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Johnson's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Clippers. Lakers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Pass to the Prophet. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. Russell, a screen on Paul. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to the Prophet. Puts it up. That one doesn't drop. And the Clippers will come the other way.
Something seems off with him tonight. Maybe it's his rhythm or his timing. Fortunately, his teammates are playing well enough to keep them ahead. He was just way too open there. Of course he's going to make the defense pay for letting him shoot from there.
And so it's the Lakers with it after J.J. Redick hitting the 3. Russell against Redick. The pass to the Prophet. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 8th assist in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Spates. 6 points for him. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Johnson outside. Here's Griffin. Bank shot, no good. Los Angeles leading by 9. Silk passes to Russell. To the inside. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's 8 points for Silk.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
It hasn't been pretty. They just haven't looked interested in putting forth the kind of effort it's going to take to stay in this game.
And here's a look now at the shot chart showing the field goals attempted locations.
And what a big-time game we've seen from him. He's been the one looking to create and get a shot each trip down the floor. Every time a shot falls, his confidence just grows and grows. Just an all-around tremendous offensive showing.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And he gets it back. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from J.J. Redick. Lakers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Silk. He's got 8. The feed to Russell. Pass to the Prophet. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. That's 10 points for the Prophet.
No hesitation. When he saw the space the D was giving him, that's 2.
Outside, Redick. He feeds it to Paul. Shot on the wing. The rebound by the Lakers. The Captains got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Passes it to Cobb. There's the pick. Out to the right wing. Ingram. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Paul outside. Oh, Griffin in position and out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Griffin. He's averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. He has been terrific throughout, putting up some huge numbers offensively.
Brandon Bass is checked in for Los Angeles. Here are the Lakers with the ball. A big stretch here going 10-2. Paul against Russell. To the middle. Here's the Prophet. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. The Prophet's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been very decisive, very accurate shooting the basketball, extremely productive quarter so far.
Here's Reddick. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. That's 12 points for J.J. Reddick.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
And all of a sudden, you can see the confidence overflowing offensively.
Coming at a great time for this team down the stretch in the third quarter. I love when teams get hot right before the fourth.
It's deflected, but they recover it. And stolen by Russell. And there's the pass to Sonikidze. Off target with his three. Clippers trail by 16. Here's Griffin. Plays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Griffin's got 22 points.
With a smile on Blake's face, it looks like he enjoys having contact before he shoots.
Here's Redding. He's guarded by Johnson. Pulls it up. That one off the back iron and out. For Los Angeles, they've gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. J.J. Redick certainly had a lot of doubters when he came into the NBA. He was a standout player we all know at Duke and dominated college basketball, but many thought, Steve, his skills just wouldn't translate to the NBA. But, you know, he's had a fantastic career.
What I love about his career is just been upward trajectory since the day one. Everybody talked about his shooting in college, and yes, he shoots the ball extremely well. But I love the way he's improved every area of his game, and even at his age right now, I think he still can improve.
And here is Los Angeles now, after Wesley Johnson's three-pointer that didn't go. There's a good screen. Here's Ingram. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Ingram's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Griffin, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
If you allow Blake Griffin to get that close, the result, a dunk.
Outside, Russell. To the paint. Here's the Prophet. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Nice D from Russell. Los Angeles leading by 18. Fires the three. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
His eyes just lit up as soon as he realized he was wide open from outside. The defense has to do a much better job.
Paul dishes to Reddick. And Bass kicks to Paul. Bass with the screen. High post try, and yes, it's good. And it's 8 points for Chris Paul.
The way CP3 knives through the defense and get these mid-range shots is remarkable. Just a genius player.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
A great timeout call there to make some changes and get the momentum back in his team's favor.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Johnson. Felton comes in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Chris Paul. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month. The Clippers, number 1.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they've passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 8. Up top, Griffin. Crawford outside. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Mayo.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he...
Look at that.
Nice.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
Anytime you get an opportunity to show off a little bit, you have to take it.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. That one goes. Count it. Crawford's got his second basket of the game.
When it comes to contested jump shots, Jamal Crawford is simply one of the best at sinking them.
No one near Mayo as he lets it go. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Griffin. Goes up at the stripe. Kept alive.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Felton. His last 10 games, 8th in three-point field goal percentage. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
For Los Angeles, they have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The free throw drops for Bass. And he makes both free throws. Lakers leading by 20. Dishes it to Mayo. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Clippers, earning the first place position with a terrific record, and we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And of course, the Lakers, 9 games back.
And you know, for the Lakers, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
I think it's safe to say that, for sure, they found their identity this season, and their confidence has only been building as the season has gone on.
And the first one drops. And the Clippers making a change here. Johnson's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Clippers trail by 21. Left side, Griffin. Ingram with the steal. He dishes it to Mayo. Fires from deep. And it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's the 3. Crawford, no luck.
He just looks uncomfortable offensively, really over the course of the whole game, and is killing his team.
Ingram, good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
And the way he's been shooting the ball this quarter, he has his teammates fired up. That's why they have this lead.
Johnson kicks to Crawford. Crawford missing again. Los Angeles leading by 23. Ingram wide open. Off target from three-point range. Crawford passes to Rivers. Now here's Griffin. He's guarded close. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
That's how you play the game. Draw 2 defenders, kick it out to the wide open man for a bucket.
Kicks it to Collins. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Surprising. He usually puts the dagger in your heart. That wide open from 3.
1:31 left in the third quarter. It's Crawford on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Spates checked in for Blake Griffin. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Hassel's checked in.
Coming out of the fourth quarter. Hassel.
A minute 20 left in the third. Crawford against Collins. No good from Spates.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
Ohio, the pass to Mayo. To the middle, here's Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Yeah, how about the versatility of Ingram? Just remarkable at putting the ball in the hoop in really a variety of ways.
Now, here's Felton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Here's Spates. Spates missing again. Lakers leading by 23. Pass to Ohio. Inside. Hassel shot's good. The captain's got 12 points in the game.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Johnson the screen. Rivers with it. Now Mayo defending. Outside Felton. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Spates. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And the Lakers making a change here. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
And he's at 73% this year at the foul line. Adequate, but not spectacular.
Pass to Ingram. The shot from 20 feet away. And another basket for the Lakers.
And you gotta respect the level of concentration Ingram maintains at all times. Doesn't matter if he's wide open or pressured. This guy is a lights-out performer.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Johnson is out there with Maurice Spates. Then it's Crawford. Then there's Felton. And it's Paul in at the 1. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. No one near Felton as he lets it go. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard. You got to love when you can get looks this close to the basket.
Clippers shooting well. They're at 45%. He kicks it to Spates. Back to Paul. Leaps for it. Stolen away. Russell kicks to Collins.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And with the long ball taken over, Smitty, we've heard some different suggestions, creating a 4-point line or widening the court to give a little more space for the corner. Any of those ideas work for you?
No, not at all.
You don't like any of that, do you? No.
4-point play, widening the lane. What? I mean, easy.
Yeah.
That's enough. We're good right now.
Yeah. And so Collins nails both of them. And here is Paul. Feeds it to Crawford. Johnson kicks to Crawford. Spade sets a screen for Crawford. Off the pick. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
Jamal Crawford gets moving in the pick and roll. He's not an easy cover. A crafty player who can really slice apart a defense.
And taken away by Paul. And now Paul pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And with that speed, once he took off, the D just had no chance of getting back.
Why waste all that energy? No one was going to catch him.
They grab their own miss. Cobb. And it's sent back by Spates. And they get it back. The Prophet passes to Russell. To the paint, here's Cobb, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Fantastic pass to connect with his teammate on the move.
Paul kicks to Crawford. Johnson the screen. Spades dishes to Paul. Crawford outside. Crawford missing again.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
Here's Russell. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
Spates sets a screen. Top of the key. No good off the front iron.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Now Paul lets it go from deep. Crawford missing again.
Honestly, I don't know how they cut into that lead with him missing so many shots.
Here's Russell. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Silk. Here's Collins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Spates has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Wesley Johnson is just a spectacular athlete. Has a lot of bounce in his step.
On 2015, the NBA began issuing the 2-minute report, a review of the officiating in the last 2 minutes in overtime and close games. They want total transparency. It has drawn some criticism. What do you think of it?
You know, I know we want transparency, and I have to take my hat off to referees. They have the hardest jobs in sports. We're talking about players and GMs, but these guys are under a microscope, and I like that they're showing some transparency right now. We just can't get all of – they make mistakes. We get a chance to see where they made mistakes, and I like what they're doing right now. They're saying and understanding that, yes, we made a mistake, and they're acknowledging it.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Brandon Bass is checked in for Spates. Mba'amute comes in for Jamal Crawford. And Allen Anderson subbed in for Paul. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Here's Redding. They set the screen. Here's Mayo. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's good for Mayo. A different look for the Clippers. Spates checked in for Bass. Blake Griffin comes in for Mba'amute. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Allen Anderson. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, we've always known that height gives an advantage in basketball. A lot of teams now are concerned about things that we've never really talked about before. The length of hands, your arm span, your wingspan. That plays a role now with a lot of these teams and how they draft, how they make a roster.
Yeah, totally, Kevin, because on the defensive end, you have a lot of these guys that can switch. I remember playing against Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. They were so long out front. It helps and makes a difference.
But your arm span is long. That had to play a role.
Not bad.
Oh, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah. Outside, Felton. The dish to Griffin. And the Clippers miss again.
You love the closeout on that possession.
I love it because you don't give up on the play. Just that little contest bothered his shot.
Now, here is Russell. Mayo, and that's for 2. Again, Mayo missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Johnson, the pass to Griffin. Here's Spates. Misses off the left iron.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Redick against Mayo. Unloads from 13. And it's Mayo again missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Even though he couldn't quite convert the layup, I like him being in attack mode.
Here's the Prophet. Here's Redding. And again, the Lakers no good. Outside, Felton. Rebounded by the Lakers. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Johnson comes in for Blake Griffin. And it's Pierce in for Wesley Johnson. The Lakers shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. They set the pick. Now the feed to Mayo. Off the screen. He can't get that one. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Felton with the ball. Now Mayo defending. And Redick kicks to Felton. Spade sets a screen for Felton. It's tipped. And they're moving it up. Ball going up court. Can he keep it going? And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. 16 points for the captain.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Johnson the screen. Felton kicks to Redick. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, all over the league, we're seeing more and more teams rely on analytics and data for decision making. How do you think, Smitty, the data affects the way the modern NBA game is run by the front offices?
You know, I think it's too much at times, Kevin, and then sometimes I challenge it. I think when you're scouting a player coming out of college, I think it's great. But I think sometimes I've challenged. Some people say, well, Smitty, you never posted up on the left block.
Right.
That was Tim Duncan's block. I cannot have
That's why you couldn't go on the left.
I'm not going to have the same numbers on a certain block because, guys, the guys you play with kind of dictates where you score from on the floor.
And the Clippers making a change here. Rivers checked in. And both free throws good for Spates. And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Cooligan. He feeds it to Mayo. Passes to the Prophet. Redick with the rebound. Redick's got his 6th rebound on the night. The pass to Rivers. Back to Redick. Johnson kicks to Rivers. Dishes to Spates. Redick with the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Whenever Redick skies up for a three-pointer, you just think it's going in. He is as efficient as they come.
Here's Mayo, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Pass to Cooligan. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
That's a superb bounce pass to get his teammate a good look.
Rivers dishes to Spates. Outside Pierce. 20 feet out. And it's good. 2 points.
What focus from the veteran Pierce. Nothing shakes this guy when he's going up with his jumper.
Pass to Hassel. Here's the Prophet. Down low. Cooligan, that's good.
He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
Here's Rivers. Smitty, you've hit a lot of clutch shots in your career. What is it that allows certain players to remain cool and collected when their shot can decide the outcome of a game?
You know, a lot of guys talk about it. You can't let the game speed you up. And you can see some young guys and some veterans, they catch the basketball and their mind is starting to go faster. Really on clutch shot, you really have to make the game slow down.
He dishes it to Johnson. Back to Rivers. Fires from 14. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. And that's now 10 points for Austin Rivers. Lakers shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Here's Hassel. At the elbow, it's Mayo. 6 to shoot. Rebound by the Clippers. Spades has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Rivers passes to Johnson. Back to Rivers. Kicks to Spades. Lets it go from 11 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Los Angeles leading by 22. Here's Redding. They set the pick. From deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Rivers with it. To the inside.
Spates.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
The way he threw that pass with such ease on the run, that was a thing of beauty.
Spates has gone even 50% from the field, 5 of 10. Outside Mayo. Here's Redding. Back to Mayo. Pass to Cooligan. He kicks to Mayo. Tries to snap the cold streak. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
When he gets it going from out there, look out.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they're able to even the score
Gentlemen,
of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series. I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Ingram.
I love what he did defensively. He was a ball of energy, and he left it all out there. His steals and his effort really sparked them. It's impossible not to step up your game when you've got a teammate working as hard as he was.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Bass comes in for Maurice Spates. And it's Felton in for J.J. Redick. And he makes both free throws. Steve, you had to fight through your share of injuries in your career. How often are players playing right now through an injury during an NBA season?
A lot, Kevin. And then so many guys, especially knee injuries and ankle injuries. And it changes your game. It definitely changed mine. Went from a point guard, slow, got slower. So I started to be able to work on my shot, knock down shots. But injuries is a tough part of basketball.
Just 5 to shoot. Here's the screen. Here's Ohio. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
The thing about setting screens, you have to be willing to sacrifice your body. It can't be half-hearted.
Bass with the screen. Rivers kicks to Pierce. Clock at 6. From the arc. That one misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Brandon Ingram, a virtuoso performance in the third quarter. Got hot, and his teammates fed off that the rest of the way.
Listen, he shot lights out from the floor, and not by accident. The job he did to find the open shots, get high percentage looks was fantastic. And when he got those open looks, he don't miss, baby. He do not miss.
With his length and scoring ability, Brandon Ingram is deadly. Smaller defenders are helpless against him, and he's just as good off the ball as he is with the ball. An efficient performance and key to this win.